Today we're bringing you a bit of a special video because we have some very exciting news to share. On the 13th of July this year, we surpassed an incredible 100,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel and rewarded this beautiful silver plaque. Opening this was a really humbling moment, and it made me pause and think about just how far we've come. I remember in August 2017, we went over 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. That had taken us 4 years to do, so I was thinking that 100K was like a decade away in my head. Less than a year later, we hit 100,000, and just 2 months after this, as I stand here now at the time of filming, we have an incredible 200,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel and are getting over 4 million views a month. I think that really shows the power of YouTube. It shows how things can snowball and the connection that so many of you have with our mission and the content we're producing. But this video is not just about showing off the plaque. I really want to say thank you to you guys and tell you honestly what this means to me. So first of all, thank you. This really wouldn't have been possible without you. I know everyone always says that, and it can feel really impersonal when it's coming through a screen like this, but it really wouldn't have happened without you. And I mean you, the individual watching this. You might think, oh, they've got a big audience, they've got millions of viewers, the actions I take don't really affect it that much. Well, they do. We got here, we got where we are by millions of people like you taking actions, whether it's liking, commenting, sharing, sending a video to a friend each week, tuning in each week. It all plays a part in helping us get where we are. The numbers are getting pretty big now, but we are never going to forget the fact that those numbers are made up of millions of individuals just like you, taking those actions and supporting us week after week. I remember when I first wrote those 3 letters on a scrap of paper in my spare room, the vision felt huge and achieving it felt a really long way away. I was working in the construction industry, I was a pre-construction manager, and I remember thinking that I wanted to improve the way that the construction industry works. It's a huge sector, it employs over 750 million people worldwide, and the buildings and built infrastructure it delivers literally enable every other business and service to operate in the way that they do. It touches everybody's lives. So getting construction right is really important. I also knew there was a massive misconception about the industry. I went to a pretty good school just outside London in the UK, and my friends from there have gone on to do all sorts of high-flying careers in politics and banking and law. And I remember I went to a barbecue on a Saturday once and someone asked me, what do you do for a living? And I said, I work in construction. And they replied, oh, well, that makes sense because you're quite broad-shouldered, but you're good at lifting bricks. And it just struck me how completely miles away that was from the reality of my actual job, my very professional job, using cutting-edge technology to design buildings and infrastructure and built assets that literally support everyone's lives, that shape the way people are able to live on this planet. And I wanted to challenge that perception. If that's the way the world sees it, then how are we ever going to get the best talent to come into this industry and to work in this industry and make it better? And that's what grew the B1M mission, that we love construction and we want the whole world to love it too. Now, we get messages all the time asking, how did we go from that starting point to where we are now? And the truth is, it's been extremely difficult. We started from nothing and gradually earned the support of backers who've supported us to where we are now. We've had to continually put out high quality content before anyone would work with us commercially, helping us build the team of 6 people that we've now got. We've had to fight against the fact that this has never been done in the construction industry before. I've had to put up with people asking me when I'm going to get a real job. I've had 2 kids in the last 3 years that I haven't spent enough time with. I've lost one really good friendship. We've had people showing our videos in theatres and charging for entry, all kinds of stuff that goes with the territory and the nature of what we're trying to build, but that you probably didn't know about being in the audience. My advice to others, especially with building an audience on YouTube, is perseverance. Keep going, never give up. There'll be moments where you feel like you're the only person on earth who really cares about this. There will be incredible once-in-a-lifetime experiences. There'll be moments of utter despair, but keep going. I don't think I was ever that confident when I was younger, and following an idea with the B1M was hard for me. I had to put up with people that I trusted and respected questioning what I was doing, asking when I was going to get a proper job, and being really honest, I questioned myself. I was terrified of failure. I was terrified of going right back to all those emotions I experienced when I was younger at school. And I guess I've taken that fear, that energy, that frustration at people who said this wasn't going to go anywhere, and I've channeled it into pushing as hard as possible to succeed. The reason I'm opening up about all this and being more honest than I've ever really been on camera is because I want to get across to you guys what this really means to me. It is so much more than just a silver plaque. It's validation for all that hard work, for all that perseverance, for all those dark moments. It's given me a personal self-confidence and a self-belief that I've never had before, and it's you guys that made that happen. So, this is about so much more than just subscribing to a YouTube channel. You guys changed my life, and I owe you big time. And this isn't just mine, it belongs to you and to everyone close to me who has worked and sacrificed to make the B1M happen. It's my family, my friends, our backers, and the incredible people we employ who see this as so much more than just a job, who believe in our mission. In terms of what's next, we have barely even got warmed up. We have phenomenal traction, and we want to use that to push harder than ever. We want 1 billion views. We want to fundamentally change the perception of construction on planet Earth. We love construction, and it's time the whole world loved it too.